What is up, everybody? Welcome back to a new YouTube video. Today I'm going to be taking you guys through what my current testosterone levels are as a natural bodybuilder 1 week out from my first show. In the context that I'm almost ready to compete, I have been dieting for about 15 weeks. By dieting, I mean I've been in a calorie deficit, so eating less calories than my body needs to maintain my current body weight. So I've lost around 23 pounds throughout this contest prep. Because I'm a natural athlete, steroid hormones like testosterone are maintained through a diet. In a calorie restrictive state, testosterone levels will not be able to be maintained, so it is very common for natural athletes to actually have crash testosterone and other hormones to be super out of whack towards the end of contest prep. If I was an enhanced athlete, this would not be an issue at all because my hormones would be maintained exogenously, meaning I would, be literally putting steroid hormones into my body from vials. But me being a natural athlete, I do not have the luxury of exogenous hormones, and I really can't do anything to maintain my testosterone levels to any meaningful extent without being up at like maintenance calories or something like that. So today I'm gonna take you guys through the process and the results of my male hormone complete test through Let's Get Checked. I'm really excited to be doing this, and it is very, very cool to see these kind of levels and see the kind of results that a 15-week contest prep of calorie restriction will do to your hormone levels. Spoiler alert, they're crashed. Today's video is sponsored by Let's Get Checked. LGC makes professional health testing easy by letting you get tested without having to physically visit a healthcare provider. Choose your test online and it will be delivered to you in discreet packaging. Once received at the lab, results will be confidentially available to you via your secure online account within 2 to 5 days. Once available, your results will be reviewed by a physician, and then you will receive a phone call from a nurse to give you recommendations of action, if any. Let's Get Checked lets you avoid uncomfortable office visits by providing you with access to home testing and professional medical consultations without ever having to leave your home. It's truly never been this simple to get tested. They have a wide variety of tests available on their website, and so far I've used 3. The ones I recommend most to men are male hormone tests and micronutrient tests, so you can realize any micronutrient deficits and know how your body is doing from a hormonal perspective. I think knowing these kind of markers are invaluable when it comes to bodybuilding, as hormonal and nutrient intake matter a lot when it comes to progression. And here are the results that I got from my male hormone complete test, which I took at about 3 weeks out from my first show. The first 3 measures here, cortisol, estradiol, and prolactin, are all within the normal range. That cortisol is a little bit higher than I typically see in my tests. I usually see like very low cortisol because I typically maintain a pretty low stress life despite being super busy at school and having a lot to do most of the time. But if we scroll down here, we see that testosterone and my free androgen index are both in the abnormal ranges, which are labeled here in orange. The testosterone result that I got from this male hormone complete test was 244 nanograms per deciliter. The healthy clinical range is between 249 and 836 nanograms per deciliter. So 244 is a little bit below that clinical healthy range for males of my age. Back when I was masking, this is what my testosterone looked like at 683 nanograms per deciliter. As you can see, the clinical range was a little bit different at that point in time. I'm not exactly sure why that is. And my SHBG, or sex hormone binding globulin, was 23.7 nanomoles per liter. And if we take a look back here at my sex hormone binding globulin from this test, we can see it's at 47.8 nanomoles per liter, which is about double what my sex hormone binding globulin was from that test that I took back in May, so a little over a year ago. The testosterone and sex hormone binding globulin are then compared to come up with this free androgen index, which is also outside of the normal range for me. My free androgen index was 17.7, whereas back when I was masking, it was 106. So these are some hugely different values, but yeah, clearly stuff is totally whack here, which is not good at all. But that's to be expected given I'm in a contest prep. Something that's really nice about this website is it also gives you a little blurb as to what it means that your testosterone level has returned as low. What it reads off here is that your testosterone test result was low. Testosterone helps maintain men's bone density, muscle strength, fat distribution, and sex drive. Low levels may occur for many reasons, for example, as a result of different medications, supplements, or medical conditions. Now, low testosterone has a lot of effects that are not good. So some effects that are in correlation with low testosterone are low sex drive, erectile dysfunction, fatigue, increased body fat, decreased muscle mass, decreased bone mass, mood changes and disturbances like depression and anxiety, and worsened memory, among many other not so great effects that you can experience from low testosterone. So these are the results that I received. If you guys are interested in getting your own testosterone tested for whatever reason, if you're in a fat loss phase, I think it's a great idea. But also getting it tested during a muscle gain phase like I did here was a super good idea, because it also showed me that I was in a really good spot to build muscle and continue my massing phase as I had planned. So if you guys are interested in getting your testosterone checked or getting any other lab results done, go to trylgc.com/maxstrozny and use code MAX25 at checkout to get yourself 25% off your entire order. Now that you guys have seen my results through Let's Get Checked of my male hormone complete test, and you guys know what the typical symptoms of low testosterone are, what does it actually feel like to have low testosterone? Quick disclaimer though, correlation does not equal causation. While I currently do have a bunch of symptoms that are correlated with low testosterone, it's not to say that testosterone is what is causing all of these different symptoms. There are many other downregulated and depressed metabolic and endocrine functions during contest prep, being on a super low amount of calories. So I just want to say that all of these symptoms, while they are correlated with low testosterone, it's not definitive that testosterone is what is causing all of these symptoms. The main things that I've experienced throughout contest prep that are reflective of low testosterone is a lot of fatigue. So in the gym, I feel rather fatigued. Sometimes I don't even want to do the workouts that I have at the gym. And I also do feel fatigued throughout the rest of the day when I don't have a meal, or I just have a long span of time in which I don't eat a meal. And that fatigue for me has been reflected in a few different ways. I would say I mostly feel the fatigue just in general tiredness throughout the day. My cognitive abilities are a little bit depressed, so I'm like a little bit less quick to think. I don't really feel like dealing with stuff a lot of the time. Like if someone came up outside and tried to mug me like after I was done at the gym, I would probably be like, okay, take my shit, I don't really care. By fatigue, it's really just like low energy, and that's something that, you know, is indicative of low testosterone, but it's also indicative of just being in a low calorie state, being in a caloric restriction. Cognitive dysfunction is also something that you can experience a little bit on prep, and this is something that would probably be termed as like brain fog. So it's kind of just like your brain doesn't really work how it normally would. You don't feel like, you don't think as clearly, you don't think as quickly, things like that. And the last thing that is probably the most indicative of low testosterone that I've experienced is just no libido at all. Like I have zero sex drive throughout prep. And yeah, those are pretty much all the effects that I've experienced. Of course, other people can experience like depression, anxiety, things like that. But those for me are maintained through exogenous substances as SSRIs, but that is another topic for another video. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to cover for this video. I officially have low testosterone, but this is something that'll be fixed as soon as I get back up into maintenance and massing calories after show prep is done. If you are experiencing low testosterone symptoms when you're on maintenance calories or in a massing diet, I definitely encourage you to get tested for testosterone, because it is a very, very important hormone in health and well-being, but also in the ability to build muscle, to lose body fat, to feel good, to be mentally in the right place. So if you guys have any interest in getting your testosterone checked, Let's Get Checked is a fantastic source for that. It's super easy to get done, and it's something that I will definitely continue to do, especially as I continue on with this prep and eventually get back up into massing calories, and I'll be able to check my testosterone, see if I'm in a good spot to really start pounding the muscle gain. I'm really excited for the off season, and getting my testosterone checked is something that will be involved in that coming process. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and then be sure to use MAX25 at checkout on your Let's Get Checked order in order to get 25% off any health test that you get. And other than that, again, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.